Hey people, so I got a question specifically because of one of the things I did recently that I kind of already answered, but I think I need to do it in a way that is not biased. Um, I did a video on ProDoms before, and if you go through my archives, you'll find it. But I kind of want to just explain what a ProDom is and what a ProDom isn't. Okay? Um, a ProDom, technical term, is a dominant, most likely a female dominant, who gets paid to dominate a submissive, most likely a male submissive. This is the vast majority of pro doms: female dominant, male submissive. Um, how much they charge, I have no idea. You've never looked for that kind of service. I don't really need to know because that's going to depend on what it is they're doing. Something low end, something high end. Do they have to buy stuff for it, or do they already own it? Keep in mind that to do what they do, most pro doms have to buy a decent amount of equipment, not only toys like those, um, sometimes even more high end, more expensive, but outfits, different types of things that work specifically with the clients that they are going to be dominating. Now, with that being said, there are pro subs too, where they will submit to a dominant for a fee. Those are less likely. They do exist, but they are not as prevalent. Okay. Um, Now, there's good sides and there's bad sides to this. The good sides are it is something that is useful to some people. That it is a way that they can experience a DS style encounter in a safe environment. Whether it's at the home of the dom, whether it's at the home of the client, or whether it's at a dungeon, a specifically pro dom dungeon. Um, these places are usually meant to be more safe places. This also can happen at a hotel or a motel, depending on the situation. The one thing that's pretty much not going to happen is they're going to have sex because they're not hookers. They're not prostitutes. There is a specific line at which they do not cross. Um, some do, and again, I've always stated I have absolutely no issue with prostitution. I think if you want to sell your body and that's how you make your living, good. I think the laws against it are wrong. Um, the thing about it is that where my issues mainly lie, like I said, I think that prodoms as a idea is good. Here's where my problem is, and you can watch my other video to get more into detail on this. Is I don't like the fact that there are the most of the pro doms that I have met don't actually do this lifestyle as a lifestyle. They do it as a job. Now, that has no bearing to what they are doing with their clients. If they are good at what they are doing and they can do that, what they do that for their clients, and that's all that is needed, great. I've been in pro dom dungeons, and they have some great facilities. I wish that more pro dom dungeons would open themselves up to the general community at large, but that's their choice whether they want to do that or not. So, if you want to go to a pro dom, just know what you're doing. You're not going in to have a relationship with them. You are a client. You are not going in to be their submissive or their slave. You're a client. You might you might have feelings for them. Keep in mind, you're a client. That is it. No more, no less. And if that's something you are comfortable with, you are comfortable with paying someone to dominate you, that's great. If if that's what you need, great. The thing about it is that you can get that stuff for free too. It's not going to have the same necessarily level of um, fantasy built into it. It's not going to have the same level of detail. May not have all the right equipment, may not have the right outfits, and so on and so on and so on, because it's not what they do for a living. It's something they just do. So you kind of have to go with the pros and the cons here. What works best for you? Um, so yeah, that's kind of the long and the short of it there. So if you have any more questions, hit me up. Hit me on Fed, hit me on Facebook, send me a message here, send me a message to my email. That's it for now. Be well and safe.